Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tebogo Prinz and I am a South African living in Germany, and I really enjoy making videos about my journey in Germany. If you're new on here, a very big welcome to you, and I hope you'll enjoy this video to a point that it will make you watch more of my videos and eventually subscribe to my channel and join the family. And also, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much and welcome back. I hope you'll enjoy the video, and yeah, let us go straight into the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 things I wish I knew before moving to Germany. Recently, 2 things happened to me and I thought, shucks, I wish I knew before I moved here. So I hope you'll find this video super helpful, and also please watch from the beginning until the end so that you don't miss out on any important point, because this video is really close to my heart and I do believe you need to know. Number 1, learn the language. I wish somebody told me to learn further. So if you're South African and you're moving to Germany, all you need is other documents, of course, and an A1 certificate for German. If somebody told me that, I literally thought this was going to be enough. I thought I was going to integrate perfectly with my A1 certificate and my English, but no, I fooled myself. If you want to go to the supermarket, you go order something at a restaurant, you go wherever, you're going to need German skills. And honestly speaking, A1 is not going to get you talking to somebody else. So if you can, please learn further, at least to A2 level or to B1, and you will find it much easier to integrate when you arrive here. It's really going to come in super handy. And also, we all know that it's quite pricey to learn a new language. So if you can, just go on YouTube. There's a lot of channels that are literally just focusing on teaching not English, but German. And you can learn German just from those channels and you'll be good. I do believe you'll be good. And also, if you have Netflix, just change the audio to German, and also keep the subtitles to English or whatever language you speak. And then from there, you will just pick some new words, some new German words and new phrases. And slowly, you'll just get to know the language somehow. Number 2, Agentur für Arbeit. My word, I get so angry when I mention this. My husband and I are very disappointed in ourselves for not knowing this. Anyway, so a company that I was working for went bankrupt during Corona, and this meant I lost my job. Fortunately, they still paid me a few months, even after the company closed down, which was nice, of course. And then I did not know of an agency called Agentur für Arbeit, which is basically a job agency, and basically they pay you for being unemployed. And I did not know about this agency, and by the time I had known, it was quite late for me, because there's a certain period of time to claim the money, and it was too late for me. And also, this is the crazy part, they look at your 6 months salary, your last 6 months salary. I believe if you've worked for a longer time, they would look at your probably 12 months, whatever. I am not so sure. But for me, they looked at my last 6 months, and then they pay you an average of that per month. So I lost out on my own money, the money that I worked hard for. So please don't be like me. Go on and look out for that should you lose your job, which I hope you don't, of course. And also, I do believe Agentur für Arbeit also helps you to look for a job. And yeah, so look out for them. Don't be like me and lose out like me. It's so sad. Number 3, getting a job in Germany is not easy. I could not believe this, because when I got here, I thought, I'm going to Germany. This country has the best economy, one of the best economies in the world. So I'm just gonna go in, get my dream job, and I'm sorted, But no, I got so humbled. So the honest truth is that to get a proper job, your desired job here, I'm in marketing. And in marketing, literally, when I usually apply, I need to be bilingual. They need people who speak English, both English and German, and you should at least have C1 for both of them. So if you have both, then you are highly likely to get the job that you applied for. But of course, it doesn't apply for all industries. If you are in engineering or IT, it's usually a bit easier for them to get jobs even if they have just English skills. So for them, it's a bit easier. And currently with Corona, getting a job is just not easy in general. And if you are also in science or medicine, they are literally getting jobs much more than before because of Corona. So if you are into that and you'd like to come to Germany, if you are in that field, I think you're highly likely to get a job because of Corona. Even if you are applying to an English company, they still want you to be bilingual. So just make sure you learn the language a bit further, and you should make it from then. Number 4, oh my gosh, okay. So I also didn't know this one. It makes me a bit angry, but everything is sorted now because finally I got it. So driver's license. As a South African, I did not know that I can drive in Germany for 6 months, for the first 6 months that is. So this only applies if you have a long-term visa. So you can drive here for the first 6 months with your driver's license from whatever country you're from. This shouldn't apply to all countries, I believe. But as a South African, I am allowed to drive here with my driver's license for the first 6 months. And then after the 6 months, you just go to the Department of Transport. I forgot what they call it in German. You just go there and I think Fahrschule something, if I'm not mistaken. You just go there and they do it for you, and you convert your South African driver's license into a German one, and then just like that, I think it takes about 2 weeks. In my experience, it only took me 2 weeks, and I got my driver's license, and then you are free to drive. You don't have to do an eye test, you don't have to do a practical test or a theory test. That is not needed as a South African. I'm not gonna lie, I could not believe it because South Africa is actually the only African country that is allowed to, that doesn't have to do a theory test or practical test or an eye test. And I thought, was? I was a bit surprised, I'm not gonna lie, but that made me so happy and even more proud to be South African. And also, additionally, if you come here as a South African with a short-term visa, meaning a tourist visa, this won't apply for you. You will need an international driver's license to drive here or get a car here. So it's slightly different for you guys. Oopsie. Number 5, don't have too much expectations. Guys, when I came here, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get my dream job. I'm gonna have the highest following on Instagram and on YouTube because duh, I'm a foreigner living in a different country, yay. It's not gonna be that way. Literally, I thought I was gonna have an Emily in Paris type of lifestyle. If you haven't watched Emily in Paris, I don't know what to say, but yeah. So I thought that I was gonna be that girl when I came here, but that is not gonna be like that. Don't expect living abroad to be a continuation of your life from your country of origin. I think this is so important, especially if you're a young professional. I do believe something like this situation wouldn't really apply to somebody who's been working for a longer time, a senior professional, I'd say. That wouldn't really apply for them. But if you're a young professional like me and still finding your way and whatnot, you're literally gonna have to start from the bottom, from scratch. You just really have to humble yourself, learn the culture, learn the language. It's gonna be much more difficult if you live in a country where you have to learn the language. When you're learning a new language, you're literally becoming a baby. You could literally use the same books that a child in primary school is using. We're literally starting at the same pace. That's how it is. So you have to humble yourself and be willing to learn a lot. And also, even if you come here through your company from your country and they bring you to Germany, you're still gonna have to learn a lot of things, the culture, the people, the language. So you have to be ready to be humbled and just really learn a few things, I would say. And yeah, so that's what happened in my situation. And also, so don't be hard on yourself, really be patient and be gentle to yourself, and give yourself at least 3 to 5 years for things to happen the way you had expected them to be like. So just be nice to yourself, and things will eventually work out, and at the right time, God will just make everything happen on your side. Making friends is just not easy in Germany. Coming from a country like South Africa, I feel like we are just much more open, and it's easy to just really make friends. And here in Germany, a simple thing like talking to a stranger in a train or wherever, it's just not easy. It's not really a normal thing here, I've realized. So what I've learned to do is that I focused more on finding belonging so that I can't be too lonely. So what I do is I go to a church, which is we have that church in South Africa and also all parts of the world, I believe. And so I thought, okay, they have this church in South Africa and they have it here in Munich, so this will work out for me then. So when I went there, I actually met a few South Africans. Already I felt like I'm home, which made me feel like I belong. And also it's just very international. You have everybody from all over the world, so that's, for me, made me feel welcome and really made me feel at home. And also I have a group that I've joined on Facebook. There's a group called South Africans in Germany, and let's say I find a product from South Africa at a store here in Germany, take a picture, post it on the group, and you tell people, I just found this product in Germany, and you tell them where to get it. Already, that is just a form of belonging. People who could relate to a little thing, just those little things that matter to you. And like, if I had to post that and show it to a German person or somebody from somewhere else, they will have no idea. So what I'm trying to do is just really work on finding belonging, and instead of looking for friends, because I tried it, looking for friends here, the way they're doing it is just a bit awkward for me. Going online and swiping for people just based on their looks and what they write about themselves was just a bit weird for me. And you meet them in person, slightly different. It's just too awkward for my liking. So personally, I just thought, I'm just not going to focus more on me finding friends, but just focus more on me finding a belonging. And then from there, a sense of friendship will just develop naturally. That's what I believe in. You meet somebody, you just have a random you just have a random conversation. And from there you click and it's good. You know, I like meeting you, just swiping for you. And I'm just thinking we're going to get along. And then in person, there's just a lot of things lacking. For me, that's just being a bit awkward. So I have decided that that route is not for me, although I've been advised by a lot of Germans that this is how you do it. Things like meetup apps or whatnot and whatnot. For me, it's just not working. Number 7, finding a place to rent out in Germany, or let me just say Munich, is literally a nightmare. It's a lot of work. So personally, for me and my husband, we didn't really go through that much, but we still struggled, I'm not gonna lie. So we checked 3 places that we liked. My husband went for the viewing, went for the first one that we liked the most. We didn't get it. Second one, we liked it. Third one got rejected. So the one that we're currently living in was our second favorite, which we got. But my husband had to still go for a lot of interviews, and he still had to provide a lot of documents. It was just really a mission, and it was just not easy. And the problem is that there's just a lot of expats coming to Germany, and unfortunately, these big cities are overpopulated. There's just a lot of people coming in and little land, unfortunately. So this obviously causes overpopulation. So I would say, if you don't want to go through this whole struggle of finding a place to live, just rather choose to live outside of the city, maybe 30 minutes away. It's much cheaper, and the houses are much bigger also. And I do believe finding a place to stay there might be a bit easier, because not everybody wants to live outside of the city. Number 8, you might just be angry at me for this one, but it is what it is. So I really wish somebody told me how bad the customer service is in Germany. It's really bad. It's just how it is. Unfortunately, the problem with me is that I took it personally. So I'm not just talking about bad customer service from a restaurant, but this is applying for shopping stores, to grocery stores, to what else? In the train, like literally, it's just bad. It's so bad. And as a foreigner, especially somebody who is not white, you would think you'd literally mistaken it for racism. That's how I always mistaken it when I arrived here. I'm just like, oh gosh, they've been rude to me because I'm black. But no, it's not because I like blaming the race thing, but some things you just think, okay, everybody here is white, and you know, you like the only African here, and it's just like, whew, maybe they've been nasty to me because of that. But good news for you, it's got nothing to do with your race. The Germans just like getting to the point. For example, in a restaurant, when you get there, they need you to know, they want you to know what you want to order. They're not going to be coming back to you, be willing to advise, you can probably get this one or that one. They are not like that. So in Germany, this thing we usually say customer is king, or customer comes first. In Germany, it's more like the worker comes first. So you have to be sympathizing with the workers. So so be ready for that one. If you go to Zara especially, they pass you with that trolley and kind of like hit you. They're not even gonna say sorry. You're just like, what? You know? They don't care about you. If you want to buy. If you don't want, then leave. Literally, that is more of their attitude. So don't take it personal, especially as a tourist. It's just how it is here. And also, this also applies to German people in general. I always mistaken them for rude or being too cold, you know. But once you get to know them, you realize they are really lovely and polite people. They like stirring a lot, which I find super, super strange and weird. But a lot of them say they do it because they just find people interesting and they're just curious about where you live and whatnot. Like literally most of the time, if they get to talk to you, the first question they're going to ask you, where are you from? So I guess when they're looking at you, they're just probably wondering, where could she be from? Where could she be from? So it's a bit weird how they go about it by staring and stuff like that. But don't worry, they are doing it because they probably like your features and whatnot and whatnot. But of course, there are racist people everywhere. Others could just be literally looking at you like, what is this African person doing here? It's also possible. But what I can say is that enjoy your time here. A lot of people will love you. People here are very friendly and they do not have a problem with foreigners. That, in my experience, I have realized. If I had known this before, I would have been working all the time with confidence and just be free and know that people look at me because they probably like me or find me interesting or whatever. So don't think it's more of a negative side. Just fool yourself or just convince yourself that they are doing it because of a good purpose, I'd say, something like that. Number 9, please be prepared to follow a lot of rules. Germany has a lot of rules, like wow, they have a lot of rules. So one of them is Ruhetzeit, which means that you're not allowed to be playing loud music from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. And also on Sundays, you have to be very quiet, like no vacuuming sounds, no loud music, nothing, the whole Sunday, you know? I don't know if this applies for other cities, but in Munich, this applies. So you have to be ready to follow rules, or if you don't, be very ready to find a not so nice neighbor or a nice and understanding neighbor who will tell you to switch it off or whatnot, or maybe not so nice neighbor who will just call the cops on you and you just have the cops knocking on your door. Of course, that is not nice. The cops here, they're really efficient. They know how to do that job, I must say. So just be on the good side and just follow all the rules. This applies to riding a bicycle in the city. I did not know this. I've done it. I didn't know it's not allowed. You could get a big fine. Luckily for me, no cops saw me, but people saw me and they told me to stop doing it. I did not know. So little things like that. You are not allowed to be doing that in the inner city, or just parking in the wrong place. In South Africa, you can easily park in the wrong place. It's chilled. Here, it's not that chilled. if you do it, be prepared to get a very big fine, or also be prepared to get your car towed. That is not gonna be nice. So be nice, follow the rules, just like the citizens of this country. They definitely and really follow the rules. So yeah, join them and follow the rules. Number 10, the last one, contract renewals are actually automatic here in Germany. So if you join, for example, a gym and you sign up a contract and you don't want to continue after a year, I'd say, just know that you have to let them know at least 3 months in advance, and then they can cancel it before. And if you don't, they're just gonna keep charging you, and then you're gonna have to pay an extra amount. You're gonna have to pay, of course, an extra amount to cancel the contract. So just do that in advance. And I'm sure it's not only for the gym, you should be applying for your Wi-Fi contract, your phone and whatnot. I'm not 100% sure, but it should be, I believe. So just look out on that one and save as much cents as possible, I'd say. And yeah, that is the last one. I'd just like to offer my 2 cents advice. If you really want to enjoy yourself in a foreign country, please, you have to stop comparing. Literally all the little things. For example, if right now it's winter and the sky is super gray, I could be angry the whole time, like, in South Africa right now it's sunny and that. I could have been going to Cape Town or Kruger National Park because of this, because of the sun. Well, then I must just go and stay in South Africa instead of complaining, literally. Or I compare something simple like the food. South Africa has amazing food, and that is a fact. I've traveled to a few places and I'm just still like, nah, this got nothing on South African food. And I'm living in Germany, I'm just like, this is still not better than South Africa. But I choose not to compare that, even though, of course, it's still slightly at the back of the mind. But if I choose to make it a priority and complain about it and compare it, then I'm gonna have a very bad time in this country. So what I choose to do is just really enjoy my time here and focus always on the positive, because honestly, Germany is an amazing country. It's a fact, it's amazing. And I just have to really also bear that in mind, that no country is perfect, you know? So enjoy your time. The fact that you have your visa approved and your visa accepted, that means already it's really a gift, it's really a blessing from God, I'd say. So stop complaining, stop comparing, enjoy your time in whatever country you're in, and yeah, have a good time, appreciate every moment. There's so much beauty that you can get from just living in a different country. You learn so much and you can become so open-minded, you can change to the better. And this is why when you meet a lot of entrepreneurs, they travel a lot to get new ideas, you know? And that is the beauty of traveling. That is the beauty of living abroad. So if you're gonna be comparing every little thing, you are unfortunately gonna miss out on that one. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you believe that I missed out on some few points, please comment them down below. Maybe there might be somebody who might learn from your comment, or maybe even I might learn from your comment, and that would make my life easier, you know? So let us help each other. And thank you so much for watching my channel. No, not my channel, but my video. And have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao, bye.